Hey y'all, welcome back to the journey. So today is just little projects day. Let's get started. You Willow. So here we are back on a different day. Alright, I got the toolbox loaded up, chainsaw, cutters, and I think it's about time. If we're going to be moving on to the property, we're going to need a mailbox. So, on the agenda. Okay, first on our agenda for today is the gate. So as you can see, it wants to come out of that hinge. And we're constantly having to pick up the gate to kind of get it to go over the rocks. So I have another idea in mind. Hopefully it works, but I guess we'll see once we get there. But first off, let's get this hinge fixed. I think what I want to do, instead of having one hinge up and one hinge down, I am going to flip that around. That should be loose enough. Let's see. Then I would have to put some type of screw, which I can do that. I'm going to put a screw to stop this from coming up, because if you put both hinges the same way, it can just boop, pop up, but that's alright. That's where it hits the rocks. Alright, so this part right here is kind of pushed in. So I'm going to see if I can't get this to come back, because this wants to turn. Because obviously it's the square lag bolt that goes in. There's a square part in there, but since this is bent in, it's not wanting to hold on to that square. So I need to see if I can get it to go back in there, which I do have a cold chisel that I can kind of do, but I didn't have my hammer with me, so I'll just find a rock or something. One thing Arkansas is not in short supply of are rocks. There goes all my tools. Alright, I think that worked. Done gotta be fancy. There we go. So the little screw just stops it, which you guys can't even see what I'm talking about. See? The little screw will just stop the hinge from coming up, that's all. Our fancy gate holder. And then this still wants to hit the rocks. Nah, kinda. Because it has a little bit of play in it. And it only needs to come up a couple inches on this side. So let me show you what I got planned. And this is what I came up with. So this is actually just it's a kit that you can get for training wheels. And this one, it's actually adjustable, and I'm going to show you here on the gate in a little bit, but this is pinned to where you can have it to where the wheel is down, or you can bring it to where the wheel is up. Okay, so it has adjustability, but these thin little plastic wheels still don't do very well on the rocks. So I think I need more of a tire that would have like air in it, something a little beefier. And right now I have it in like the down position because, like I said, with the type of tire that it is, it really doesn't roll that well over the rocks, but it's still okay. It does help some. I don't have to pick the gate up nowhere near as much as what I did. But eventually I would like to be able to, just close the gate and it'll just roll to where it needs to go. And then at some point, this whole gate's actually going to be getting replaced with something a little bigger, because we do want this to be widened out a little bit. So. But there's one project for today knocked out. So the gate is remounted. I got the wheel on there. So now you can kind of see behind me, I got a jungle to deal with. So I'm going to go clean up some of this jungle, put you guys to a quick time lapse. Just knock this out quick, and then we'll head up front and we'll install our mailbox. All right, y'all. Boom. Just like that, driveway's clean. And moving on to the next project, mailbox post. So this is a nice cedar post. I do need to clean it up, quite a bit, because this portion is in the ground. And if you did not know that a mailbox actually has to be in the ground at a certain height. So for the bottom of your mailbox, it needs to be set to a certain height. So I'll put that down here somewhere at the bottom of the screen of what that is supposed to be, and that's pretty much nationwide. So most vehicles are about the same. I know out here in rural Arkansas that they don't really use mail trucks, they use personal vehicles. So I know our mail carrier is either in like a van or a Jeep. I've also seen a truck. So I guess it all depends on how they're feeling that day, what they're going to be driving, and or different people. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this post cleaned up, and then we'll measure it out. I need to put a board on the top of where I'm going to mount the mailbox to, and then we'll go get it in the hole after I dig the hole. All right, let's get busy. Alrighty, y'all. So I'll just put this in the hole just to test it out. We'll go into the hole for one, and I'm gonna get a level up on my top. Check it. Yeah, so to the road, right at 44. So by the time my box gets there, it'll be right at the 45, and that's what I wanted. Close to the 45. All right. Well, let's go. Let's go put the board and the mailbox on here, and then we'll get it back in the hole and get it filled back in. So this one, I'm putting all the way into the back because it's going to attach all the way to the back. Load the mailbox. I don't know if you guys heard what I said, but attach this one all the way to the back because it's attaching to the side, the back, basically the back, because you have holes back here. It's going to attach there, and then this board will attach to the post. But it's a snug fit, that's for certain. I guess I have to trim that off some. There we go. That'll do, donkey. Alright. Because what I'm also going to do is I'm going to get another piece here to put here because you have the holes here to be able to drill down in. So I'm going to have screws coming in from the back, screws coming in from the side, screws coming down. But I also need to mark on here where my front board is going. Based off of the holes here on the side. So let's go get that put on and be right back. Alright, and I also remembered to trim it before attaching it, so I didn't have to go through the same issue there. Alright, now that I got that one on, I know how long this board needs to be, so I'm going to go cut that, get that mounted, get this mounted to the pole, and then we'll get it in the hole. And I think Gladys went with the biggest mailbox she could find. Can you tell she's from Texas? Go big, go home. Go big or go home. So you guys can see, I'll turn you around. Alright, let's go get it in the hole. And then once I get it in the hole, I'll put the screws on the inside. Alright. Alright. Tell you one thing, this thing's not light. Ooh-wee. Looks pretty. Let me go get a tape measure, make sure it's the right height. So 41 to 45, and we're sitting 44 and 3/4. So, well, I guess let me make sure it's level, and then we'll start backfilling it. Don't want it to be perfectly level, so in the event that water gets in there, as you can see. Yeah, don't judge me for having a Cowboys level. I used to watch football, but not much anymore. But as you can see, the level is about, that's a 1/4 inch drop per foot, roughly. So, let's go ahead and start backfilling. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to get some screws put on the inside. It's nice to have a nice big box for that. Is it required? Probably not. So overkill? Most definitely. Someone gonna come hit it with a baseball bat? I hope not. Otherwise, I will have to retaliate. Which I don't want to have to do that. And I dropped the screw. Where, oh where did the other screw go? There it is. Yep. Don't need to give our male person a flat tire. Probably not be a good way to start off your relationship with your mailman or lady. And voila, all done. So that was all the projects we're knocking out for today, or I'm knocking out for today. Gladys, she's actually been moving the clothes over, getting a lot of stuff moved over. And the girls were actually supposed to have an appointment today that she forgot about. I forgot about too, but we both forgot. Even though we put stuff on the calendar. But I'm going to get the numbers thrown up on here off camera. And along with a couple of reflectors. That way Gladys won't miss the driveway at night. She's good about that. But alright, y'all, I definitely appreciate you guys for following along all of our small projects we have going on around the property today. And last but not least, remember, always thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.